Okay, here we are. We're going to show how to kick off a Khazrak campaign. I consider it one of the easiest of the Legendary campaigns because the Beastmen are pretty easy to play. You just sit around waiting for people to walk out in the open, or you sit in busy traffic lanes and ambush people. And Khazrak is the king of ambush. Take a look at him here. He takes less penalty for hiding, which means he will continue to grow. He can do vanguard deployment for some of his stronger units, and all of his Ongors have poison. So this is an Ongor here. You can see that. Where's that poison? Is it not listed in here? Oh, there it is. It's poison. So all of these guys slow down the enemy in contact. And then as a faction, he gets his upgrades for cheaper. He can ambush 15% more likely, and that's when he's attacking to ambush, or when he's just sitting in an ambush stance. So, strangely enough, the most difficult portion of this campaign is the beginning, because the Wood Elves, they're a pretty tough race to fight on the campaign map. So we're going to just show how we can solve this situation at the beginning. You're always going to do the same thing to begin with. You're going to put your Bray Shaman in here and attack this army and ambush it. What do we get with this fella here? Okay, so that reduces leadership. That's actually pretty good against Empire. Not so much against Wood Elves. So load up this one. And then you'll see that this stance is the Beastmen ambush. So you can ambush anybody when you attack them. You can find the chance by putting your mouse nearby. It says 85% chance. So we're just going to go ahead and attack here. Okay, so we got the ambush, which means we'll be able to be right up next to them. And we're going to want to use the rock, paper, scissors in any of these fights. So this is spears. We don't want to have our Minotaurs or our chariot anywhere near those, because they'll tear them up. So we've got bowmen here. We're going to want to go straight in there with these two. We're going to take our attacking infantry, that's these guys, and put them straight in all this stuff. And we'll send these two fellas to attack the leader. Now this is one of those where, to give yourself a good chance of the city fight, the siege that is to come, you're going to want to preserve your forces here. But you get a pretty good replenishment rate anyway as Beastmen, and it's one of the first skill tree bonuses that you can take. Alright, so we're not seeing everybody here. It's because the way watchers, whatever they are, way thingies are in here. So we're going to send Khazrak to fight him, and we can use the Bray Shaman. He's going to have Spirit Leech. We're going to Spirit Leech their leader. We're going to send our chariots and our Minotaurs into these guys here. And we're going to do a sandwich. So where's the other two? Going to do a sandwich on their infantry. Not too worried about bunching up. And then we're going to have, we only have the one archer now. We just let him fire at will. Alright, so we're going to take this whole thing and pull it in this way and then move everybody up that way. Just going to go ahead. Somebody missed that assignment. Khazrak's basically going to chase this jerkweed off. We can get the Bray Shaman involved in the fighting. Shoot in the back of them. Once we get them folding, just want to chase them. Then we can bring this over here, get him in the back of that stuff. Go in there and get some action. Now those elves may come back. Here we go. One of the biggest issues, of course, remaining in the game is when you're trying to chase somebody down and when your unit just forget what it is they're supposed to be doing. Right now, the only issue we have is the leader is not routed. So once he's routed, let's get the chariot over here. Come on over, get the chariot over there too. We've got something firing at us from the woods. There we go. There we go. Alright, now hopefully we can kill him. Get a little extra cash. When he's not your main concern as the Beastmen, most of your buildings are really pretty expensive. So you want to address that with how you deal with the settlements that you take, and you're going to see the two main options. Come on, people. There you go, kill them off. There he goes, okay. So that's relatively easy, but you want to preserve your army as much as you can. If you are an absolute badass and think you're the best thing on planet Earth, you're going to want to go take out Lorelorn now. And I've seen Mercy have a go at this. And he's got close. I just don't have the micro or the skill to do it. Okay, we did take a bit of casualties on that fella. He'll get most of that back. These guys are very, very dangerous. Yeah, they did a lot of damage. That's not too surprising. So let's take our replenishment here. You can get some money there. It's not worth losing that Bestial Rage. Bestial Rage is what grows your army. It's here. So the more of it you have, the faster you grow. The faster you grow, the better buildings and the better units you can get. And the better abilities. So we don't want to lose the Bestial Rage. And we don't, yeah, we can get +4 there, lose 4 there, or we can take the replenishment. We'll take the replenishment for now. None of this is going to be game breaking. That's really kind of useless. I mean, you know, you can get some magic, but magic is not really our thing. So you take that. Okay, I want Spirit Leech, and for him I want Spirit Leech, because we're all about running around. Now, this has 8 units in it, and it has this leader with a bunch of units. So, they're not going to get any extra if we just take a turn to recruit. They'll start recruiting, but we'll interrupt that recruitment. If you want, what you can do is you can go ahead and siege it now, and then you just wait until it's whittled down for an auto-resolve or an easy win, or they sally out. If they sally out, that's much better for us. So we can upgrade. What are we going to want to upgrade? So you want to tailor this to your Legendary Lord. Khazrak is one who greatly boosts the gores and ungores. And where's the other one? Here we go. Fighting humans. So we want the ones of these that benefit that. So we're going to want to go up this here, because that's got all the gores and ungores in it. But everybody should grab this. This one, and this one, and this one. Because they give dread. And dread, that's this one, is the one that you use to buy extra units, to import legendary lords, to get good items, and to upgrade your settlements. Now I often, at the beginning here, I like to get this here, because it gets you movement range and line of sight. This is a mortis engine, but you're not going to be able to get that up for quite some time. So we'll go ahead and purchase this. You don't have to. There we go. So next turn he'll have more movement range. Maybe he'll have 130. We're going to go ahead and recruit. And we're going to recruit. Do we want some archery? Or some dogs? I never can remember what's the best thing to take here. These guys are good because they're very good at blocking off the wood elves' archery. can't remember which one we wanted. Oh, we got plenty of infantry. Let's take these for now. Alright, so the only person who we can actually do any dealings with is going to be Chaos Forces, so... Oh, we haven't even met Festus yet.
What?
Yeah, we can't do anything. So we'll just roll the turn. And then take a look at the situation in turn 2. This is a difficult fight, probably one of the most difficult in the game, because we don't really have a massive units. We don't have the ability to ambush them because it's a defended settlement. It's basically a walled settlement. In any other non-walled settlement, we can always use our vanguard deployment to literally line up behind the enemy. Okay, so we start off at war. 3 factions. This is the one we're about to take out. Then you've got Toddy down here, who, according to the lore, is our worst enemy. And you got the Emperor here, and he's going to be racing for us right now. He's on his way. So they're recruiting, but they don't have any extra units yet. So they've got 13 units. We have 14. So it's very close. They're defending. So we'll go in and we're going to take a look at our options here. So auto-resolve gives us a defeat. What spells do they have? They don't. They don't even have a spellcaster. So the most dangerous units are going to be these guys here, and then these guys here, because elf and archers can do a lot of damage. The problem is they've got all these spears, and all of those spears will be a problem for this. So we very much have to play some rock, paper, scissors. We want to attack, we want to get into melee with these guys as quickly as we possibly can, and we want to take advantage of the fact that we can stalk and we can hide in woods. Now, pretty much all of these two here, all of this and this is all totally expendable. We can replace those. So you don't have to worry too much about if they die. You don't want to lose any of the big heavy stuff though. So we can line up anywhere up to the edge of the white line, and we can hide in the forest. So they're going to have some units here, and they're going to put defenses here. And they're going to have some units sitting over here probably, and a couple in here. So we want to get our Ungors right into the fight. I can't remember how I did this last time. I actually saved this fight. Save this campaign right after this fight. So we want to look for this hidden. You can see that this unit can hide in forest, and some forests you can actually hide in, and some you can't. So our job is to find that. Are you kidding me? See, these guys can hide there. These guys not so much. They may not have. They hide in the forest and stalk, so they can hide even in the open. See, this is outlandish. You can't get these guys hidden. Oh well, it's not that big a deal. We're gonna rush them anyway. So let's just get up the front there. They're not gonna have any cavalry to oppose us. We just want to use all this stuff to race up to their units and hit them. So these two guys here, I'm going to keep them in reserve and then send them wherever we need to send them. Where's Khazrak? Khazrak, we might send him up this way. There's going to be some units here. We want to find those Waystalkers or Wood Elf archers and hit them as soon as possible. Okay. So let's go. So Khazrak go up there. Yeah, their archers are on us already. So let's get the archery on their archery. Khazrak. Send this on there. And then let's get these two going up this way. What's that? That's war dancers. That's not. Yeah, that's not pleasant. Get in there. Chase that guy away. How are we doing over here? Get engaged. War dancers tore us up, didn't they? Down here then. Leave that guy. Okay, you should all be hitting that. Got those war dancers on the run. Strike in there. Should be able to finish off the war dancers. Okay, we'll get these 2 units in on the archery. Kill off that. Okay, now we want to kill off that one. You need to get in on somebody. Ray Shaman can do an okay job fighting. We want the infantry on the infantry, and we want these guys on. And let's get him over there. Push through. Okay, there's the leader, so let's get on him. Her. Them. Okay, let's get the Minotaurs on the archers. Okay, how are we doing there? We're doing good. Get the infantry down there. Where's this guy? Here he is. Where did their archery go? Did we kill it off? No, it looks like we killed it off. Okay, keep attacking. Attack anything. Oh, he's getting hit by spears. You need to get him out of there. Where's the leader? Hit him again. Let's get a reset on the archery. He can come and hit the back of that thing. That'll do a nice shock to him. Okay, you go find something to kill. Get some magic. Keep fighting. Take a little bit of a hit on the spears here just to get some shock damage in. That looks like army losses. It is. Okay. So try and kill that thing off. Something fast to chase the leader. You chase down something juicy. Chase that down. You guys hit that. You guys hit that too. So that's basically the template for all your fights, but they're mostly going to be easier than that one. This one was difficult because this is Wood Owls are a difficult, tricky opponent. They can do a lot of damage. They have fantastic archery. They had a crap ton of spears. So these are 2 big damage dealers we had to keep out of the way. Oh my goodness. Really? The Minotaurs have decided they're not going to chase the leader down. Alright, well let's let it go. And that is basically your only impediment to a successful campaign. Now you don't have to fight that battle. You can sit on them, causing attrition, and usually by turn 3 or 4 you can go ahead and do a just an auto resolve. Now that will permit the Imperial armies in your neighborhood to be stronger, so you want to be careful about that. We'll get out of here and we'll go take a look at the skill tree, because we're going to do our research. Now that we've taken a city, that's okay. Okay, you could do this and get some money, but you would lose the points that it's worth. I'll show you there. Raise the Herdstone. You can see it's worth 4 devastation. This is your devastation bar. When we get to 25, we're going to think about doing a ritual, because that will give us another army. Okay, so challenge completed. So we completed our first challenge, and that unlocks... Nobody cares about that. Unlocks this research. So we're going to do the Plight of the No-Horns. That's the first thing you always do. And then from here, we're probably going to go for World Bane, where we get weapon strength. Now, each of these sections is unlocked by performing a task. I'm just going to mouse over so you can see them. We won 1 ambush. We won... Wow, that counts as a siege, actually. That's a defended city, but whatever. And then Days of Wrath down here. That's where you're going to find all these for your big units. This one here, win battles against 4 races. Create Herdstones in 3 climates. Summon 10 units. Win 4 battles. Okay, this allows you to see what you're going to be looking for. Some of them have really good benefits. Some of them are okay. Some of them is like, you know, whatever. So, once you build one, what do? The first thing I always go for is going to be this one right here. Because see, it says line of sight over all regions. It's not enough that you can ambush and you have pretty good line of sight anyway. This one literally shows you every single army inside this red area here, which is the blood ground for this settlement. And then these numbers, this is how many devastation points each one is worth, and any battle you fight inside here is worth 2. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. I usually choose the income or the casualty replenishment. Since we're going to be doing a lot of barefaced attacking, casualty replenishment rate is good. The other one is to give leadership and melee defense to all my units. So I'm going to go ahead with that one. That's the more conservative one. And then here we're just going to concentrate on this. We're going to make this guy a Lord Sniper, because we're going to be fighting Toddy and we're going to be fighting Franz pretty early on. Okay, not enough money to do anything with. Your first Dread, you're probably going to want to take this upgrade. It will raise this Herdstone for free. You'll be able to raise it up to here and get access to a couple more units. But most importantly, it gets you on the way to higher levels. At the same time, Khazrak himself is a building. And what we're going to be aiming for Khazrak is we want to get in here, because we're going to get some new units from this. We're going to get these this Pestigors and Zangors. Then we're going to want to get up into here where we can get the Wargore. I think the Wargore is one of the greatest hero units, just because he's got the crazy eyes. We'll also want to get in here because we're going to get the Shatterstone ability that allows us to attack 2 spots on an enemy wall and take out towers. So I'm going to be focusing on those and this one for him. Maybe later on we'll go to get a Gorbel and unlock the Minotaurs. That should be it. We probably can do some deals. No, we haven't even met the Nurgle guy yet. Okay, so in best case scenario, turn 2, you want to take that out. I'm actually going to go ahead and... Where's my desktop here? I'm going to save that file. So, personally, I don't always like fighting those same opening battles over and over and over again. So I will often save a copy of the game so I can load it up right after this fight, because that fight is nerve-wracking. So now we're going to start to see Chaos Corruption kicking in here. The ground will start to look nasty, cracks, fire, lava will appear as we start to spread our Chaos Corruption. Alright, now, most of the time... Did I totally forget to recruit? I think I totally forgot to recruit, right? Yeah, that's okay. Most of the time you can come running down this way, or running down this way. This is the better option because Franz is going to come running up through here. We're going to go ahead and do our recruitment from here. Actually, I could go ahead and load up that, save, and we could get the jump on that recruit, right? Hang on. Maybe that was Fortune smiling on me. Let's have a look. This is the only time I would violate the Iron Man rule, is these early fights, and when I'm screwing up on a stream. So let's load. Yes. So loads on turn 2. Yeah, so this is before the rollover. Here I am yakking away and not saving the game. Your recruitment is of 2 types. You can recruit as a horde anywhere that you go, and you can sometimes increase that capacity. When you are in a herdstone space, you can also recruit from the herdstone. So you'll see 2 lines of recruitment, which is pretty typical because usually it's settlement recruiting. There we go. So there's our forces. We're going to go ahead and do our upgrade that we chose. And then we're going to... Oh, we got another one. I remember getting 2. Okay. And then we're going to recruit. You can see this is from local, from the herdstone, and this is Khazrak. These guys are quite good. You're very limited in what you can have. We can currently only have 2. You can have as many as you want of these guys. Right? But these guys here, they have a slightly better melee defense and they have shields. Right? Both of them, this one is expendable. This one has got charged defense against large foes. This one does as well. Really important early on because we're going to be fighting Toddy, and we're going to be fighting Karl, and Toddy and Karl both are going to have a lot of cavalry. So we we'll have 5 of those. Let's go ahead. We want to have a good front line of spears that we can oppose enemy cavalry with, and then we want to be able to deal the damage. Here we go. So cover up for my mistake. Don't forget to recruit, kiddies. Alright, so now we should be ready to go. We've got our recruitment. We'll have a full army. These guys will take, we're going to have another turn where we recuperate because we're going to move south to look for enemies. So we're going to have a bit of a fallow turn coming up. I've never seen anybody rush into here. Right now, Toddy is also busy fighting these orcs, I believe. It's funny to see Khazrak when you're playing as somebody else and still not have a herdstone by turn 4 or 5. Okay, so these guys are going to get wiped out by Festus. We want to come down and hang around in here because Toddy's armies will move back and forth here while he fights these guys, and the Emperor's going to race up this way. Now if we move here, okay, so if you sit here, you can see that 32 troops, 22, and it'll take 2 turns. If we step over into there, the replenishment goes down. Okay, so fewer troops. So you can get a head start by coming down on an ambush, or you can get a little bit more replenishment. We should be okay to come down here. Okay. And what we're looking for is Toddy's armies in here or the Emperor coming up this way. This number will not change unless we take out one of these or we fight a battle somewhere in the blood ground. Now you can also go ahead and merge those, since we're probably not going to have anybody run into us, and you can get a less experienced but fully replenished unit there. We can't replace this guy and this guy yet. So Empress should show up somewhere in here. Toddy will move somewhere around in here. He's got another settlement down there. There he is, Karl. Oh, he's almost there. And he's running full pelt towards us, which is what we want him to do, because that makes him really easy to ambush. It's been a long time since I've seen him not do that. We are basically his only enemy. If you don't take Lorelorn Forest, he won't come up there. Okay, he's gonna go take... Now, if we are fortunate, we should be able to hit him and hit Weissmund, which means that we will be able to get the points for that. If we beat Karl, we'll get 2 Ruination, and if we take out Weissmund, we'll get 4. So we're going to try and ambush Karl. Now he's in this stance, which means he's got -25. That reduces his campaign defense. So we're going to switch over. Oh, we got a... There we go. We're going to need that because we're going to be hitting Karl with that. Now Karl's got some dangerous units. He's got some cavalry in here. That's why we brought all the spears. And this one will fight to the death. And we should be able to ambush him. If we can't, we'll hit him again. Here we go, we got an ambush. Now Pyrrhic knocks out all that stuff. We're not going to have anywhere near that. We want to stay away from these units here with our big stuff, but our big stuff's going to be down the end here fighting that guy. Karl is really not that much of a problem. You just have to be careful because he gets cheats and because Khazrak is low level. You want to be careful not to let Khazrak get his ass handed to him. So we're going to send some beefy boys down that end to help him out because Karl and some spears could take out Khazrak. Okay, so what's the problem in here? The only problem is going to be this. This unit here can tear us up. All of this is just, we're going to grind those right out. So we're going to take these 2 units and tear right through here. We're going to... Here's the cavalry. Gonna put our spears here and some spears in there so we can pin that cavalry down. Our artillery, our archers will be here. And then we're gonna line up all our beefy boys here. Maybe we want to put it, I don't know, put some on this side to sandwich them. You don't have to. Because we are faster than them, we're going to run right into them. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got everybody doing their job. Okay, so we want to hit that artillery and cavalry first. Get our beef this way. Want to hit Karl and do this, and then hit Karl with that. Get in there. Get in. So let's go this way. Get in there. We want some attacking units in there. Where'd that cavalry go? There's the cavalry. These guys, there we go. Let's get everybody attacking in there, and then we'll worry about what's going on over here. Okay, let's get out of there. Karl getting beaten up, that's what we want to see. As soon as we get some of this stuff dying, you want to hit those great swords. Where's the Caribou great swords? You guys get over here. All that stuff is great if it can get a bead on you. The cavalry's proving a problem. Okay, there we go. Shoot this guy here, would you? Okay, Karl. Let's see if we can take him out with that. Now we just want to thrash as much of this infantry as we can, get Khazrak some experience. handgunners. Where did the... Okay, the cavalry is running away. There's the great swords. So let's get some of this stuff to hit those great swords in the ass. The good thing about the great swords, if you're really winning the battle, is did Karl die? He didn't. You need to go out there and chase him. The good thing about the caliber great swords is that because the battle won't end until there we go. Oh, Karl's running. Because the caliber great swords will fight to the death. It's possible to extend this fight, but kills. Fight as much stuff as you can just for the experience. There we are. See, they'll fight to the absolute death. People. It's funny how people forget what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. There we go. That's France now. So that's pretty much, as long as you take Lone Forest, he runs for you. I don't know what he does if you don't hit it. Now, look, a lot of the stuff didn't die, but remember he was in forced march, so he'll be dead. When you are ambushing people who are not in forced march, auto resolve will kill them right away, which is good, but it also runs the risk of eliminating the army. And you often want to fight an army twice to get double the ruination points. So we really only took some hits on this guy. And this guy, that was probably from the Reichsguard. So we don't need the replenishment right now. So we get 75 dread plus 10% for our increased building. So this will give us money, but will reduce our rage. Our rage right now is going into the top level. Animosity, okay. We'll take the replenishment. I often like to take the money. I'm going to take the replenishment because we got another battle coming, hopefully. So let's see what this bestial rage mechanic is. So if you look down here, here's our growth. Our core growth is 4, which is required to upgrade settlement, allow you to construct buildings. Right? We need 20 for a surplus. We're getting 4 a turn. And you can see here, bestial rage is primary means of achieving growth. So the more that you attack, the more you can grow this. Raiding won't get you much money, but it will promote your bestial rage. So let's get more. Here we go, 2 of those. So we got melee defense. So remember, the primary purpose of these guys is to hold enemy cavalry and hold the line while these guys do the shooting. Right, these guys are just there to deal out damage. Okay, so now this is done. I like to take this one for weapon strength against men, right? Men is the one that we're going to be fighting most of the time at the beginning of this. It's very, very difficult to increase your research rate as Beastmen. So if we sit here and do nothing, then what will happen is these guys will take this. But we're going to go ahead and take this from them, and that'll allow us to showcase your options after a settlement fight. So now that we've got this, I usually go for this one, right, for reduction of enemy armor and weapon damage. Now, we don't fight a lot of armored folk at the beginning, so your other choice is to go for Doom and Darkness. Doom and Darkness tanks leadership, and if you do Doom and Darkness at the 2nd level, it gets a range, which allows you to make large numbers of enemies run. But we want to kill them, we don't want them to run. Okay, so now we're going to hit this one. And we're going to show you that we can effectively ambush these guys. Even though this is, we could take an auto resolve on this one, it'd be pretty simple. We'd get full experience, but we're going to show you the ambush. that is not an ambush. Now, it depends on where they set up. If they are greatly outnumbered, they'll probably set up back here, which won't help them. Nope, they set up right here. Okay. Now, pardon me, if they set up back here, we can set up in this area. Check this out. Which allows us to come right at them here. But they've elected to stand up front. So what we're going to do, we're going to find their archery unit. It's over there. We're going to target that thing right away. We're going to run everybody straight up at them, including Khazrak. This guy and this guy, they have no vanguard, so they're going to sit back here for a while. And then this guy we're going to loop around the back. Okay, so we're going to take everybody here. Right into him. Move him around the back. And our archers are going to take out their archers. Oops. Let's get these two guys moving up. Yes, notice how their archers go straight for arrows. So we're going to come in here and hit that guy in the back since he's not a spearman. Okay, so he's toast, so now we'll get some angled shots into the enemy. Get them some experience. We'll reduce. So here, look, you can see armor 30. Now the armors. You can get some flanks by moving past and coming in from the side, but it's not totally. So I love how, oh, they're running away. I'm going to stop attacking. Need to remember to use this. Let's get those Minotaurs on somebody. Just to get them more experience. They're a nice beefy unit at the beginning. They're not really essential for what we want to do. But there's no reason not to get them a little extra experience at the end. So you can just frontal these guys, you can auto-resolve it. If they sit at the back, you can ambush them from the back. The best use of manual fights for these easy ones is to get the specific unit you want to be experienced to do a lot of fighting that it wouldn't necessarily do in auto-resolve. I mean, the Minotaurs were late to the fight and they still took out 88 guys in retreat. Okay, so what are our options? We're inside the blood ground, so we don't want to put up another one of these. This one, okay, you're going to want to look at these numbers here. Okay, this will give you Bestial Rage, which is good. This one will give you healing. When these numbers are pretty close, like this is not a lot of money, I tend to do this because you get a little bit of movement, you get growth, you get corruption, you get casualty replenishment rate. I don't need the rage because I'm maxed out right now. Okay, if you look at him, he's in the top tier. And we've got plus 12. Remember we had plus 4, now we've got plus 8. So now, chances are they're going to head over here. But what might also happen is Toddy might come and resettle this, or Franz will send somebody up to take it and then hand it over. So we want to sit on the road between these two. So we're going to take a well-hidden stance. Now this will reduce our Bestial Rage by 1, but that's okay. And then you want to just poke around and find the best. Looks like 75 is the best we can hope for. There's 100 there, but we're not really on the path. Plus Toddy.
I refuse.
He doesn't have anything to beat us with, and we're not likely to get discovered. So we're going to sit here. We could replace this unit since it doesn't really have that much experience. Oh, it's close to going up a rank. I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Okay, nothing to do in here. We don't have enough money. I have 5,000. Oh, we actually 350. We just popped. Oh, we need 375. So is he? Oh, is he this guy? Each of the Beastmen has an ability that reduces costs. He has reduced rage penalties. And he has dread cost for any unit capacity upgrade. So he doesn't. Okay, so I'm used to 350. I think one of the other guys has that. We're going to pick up 20. We're gonna have 379 minimum next turn. Okay, so now we can finally do dealings with the Fecondites. I usually don't, in case I want to be able to.
Do you seek my
That's nothing. In case I want to be able to take territory they're in, or if I'm desperate for an ally. Let's see where we are on time. So, okay, so 46. We'll do one more fight, one more turn. Seems to do better when these things are under an hour. They're digestible. Black Pit, what are they doing? Show us. Dude, show us. They didn't take this settlement, and Toddy didn't do anything. Auckland's gone. Ah, we did get detected. Okay. So, this guy here
I will not obey.
is outside the settlement. Now, Middenheim has 10 dudes,
Absolutely not.
27 dudes,
Not likely.
31 dudes. So, we don't have that big of an army. So, we might just test the waters by... Oh, we could run down here. Now, if we take this out, the thing is, it's not in...
No.
It's not in this blood ground, so it won't get us points there. And if you select Altdorf, it's not in that one. This settlement is strangely enough in blood grounds here. So Khazrak, we could try and hit that guy right there. He'd probably stand and fight, and that would be a bitch of a fight. Which I wouldn't take. I'd probably let Griebitz do the heavy lifting. So we're just going to try it. We're going to see what happens. This guy is not going to be able to get ambushed, but he might run away. I doubt he's going to. Yeah, I don't think I want to take on all of that. So I'm going to retreat. I can't go into ambush stance next to this guy, but if I go here, I could raid instead. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Alright, so we'll end it there. Or should we see what happens? Let's just see what happens. We can always run away. Boris, if he brings these two to fight us in the wild, we'll be okay.
I refuse.
I'm curious to see what happens. This is where you have your 10-turn guides. Stuff just falls apart. So the raiding is going to increase our bestial rage, which we're maxed out. But it's interesting. Griebitz will probably attack. He's running. Okay. If he doesn't run far enough, we'll ambush him. He'll probably run far enough. Is he going to go with him? He didn't. And he's going for the lower hanging fruit. Okay. That's interesting. I love when weird stuff happens. Okay, so we already have a Brave Shaman, so we'll take a Gorbel. And then Khazrak probably can't get to that other... Oh, he can. We can get to that guy. So we're going to go ahead and try and ambush that guy. He's going to... If we're not successful, if our luck doesn't hold, he will run away, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to ambush him. So let's do one more ambush fight. Okay, so we've got all of this. This increases our ammo and reload time. It does not increase our damage output. So this is where I start thinking about taking this one. Because melee attack and weapon strength for Khazrak, and then weapon strength for the whole army. Khazrak is not really going to base everything on enraged. I could also make him tougher. I'm going to go here with the casualty replenishment. Okay, let's see if we can get an ambush in here. Now, we're not going to be able to get this guy into the army. I don't think. Maybe we can? Let's try it, shall we? Be awfully embarrassing if I couldn't stop there. Take out. Let's take out one of these guys. He has no experience. Let's put the Sla in the army and see if we have enough movement to keep going. We do. Hello, Valdemar. And we ambushed him. Okay. And we're just going to plow into him and do one more fight. So, just like the Skaven, you've got this ambush mechanic, and so you want to play into that. You're not really designed for sieging, although we can do sieges. You're designed to run fast, hit fast, use the woods, use the terrain. Okay, so we're going to have Khazrak and the Gorbel go for old Valdemar, or whatever his name is. Yeah, and we'll have Risha hit him with the Spirit Leech. We'll have these guys attack from this side, these guys attack from this side. I mean, this is definitely a mismatch. We're not even going to use the archers. Okay, here we go. Hit him with this. This. Yeah. Actually, let's kill that. Let's kill that. And you want to get in and attack. Let's do this to reduce everybody's combat stats. He's gonna run, of course. And this isn't a fair fight. It's not about a fair fight. You're gonna have difficult enough fights coming later on. You get over here. Let's get one of them fast so we can knock him back this way. Here we go. Everybody kill something. Oh, I hate when they get away. It's just such nonsense. I mean, we are adorable. Oh, that's just outlandishly bad. There we go. Okay. Now, it's possible, since they were in recruitment mode, that he did not actually get eliminated. Because look, he's got troops left, which means he'll have an army sitting around that we could potentially hit again. Now, we don't have enough movement, I don't believe. So, let's just see what comes up. And we probably don't have enough movement to get into ambush stance. Let's see. But each fight also increases our dread. Ooh, interesting. Let's take the rage. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great place to go. And okay, so this is probably for ambush battles. One of my wishes is that these would show what you did. Yeah, what you did to get them. Right? It doesn't say what I did to get it. This is what you need to do to unlock it. This doesn't say what you did. I could go back, look at my own video, I suppose. We don't have enough. If we can get in, we're healing. So we're gonna just wrap it up there. Okay? Now this says perform ritual. What that does is if we click this now, we get 12 points. Now we want 25 to get to the next level, which increases our army and then allows us to unlock these. We can't do this right now. Okay, so there's our primer. Lorlorn is a tricky fight on turn 2. Franz will race up, you can take him out. After that, things can get weird. He's...
The Empire.
Who is he fighting?
Do not waste my time.
He's not.
with petty
He's come over here to ruin dwell. That's a new thing he does. After you take this out, he ruin dwells it. So you're going to want to spend time running around this. This area is called the Drakwold, fighting whomever. If he gets in a fight with Toddy and gets hurt, it's a good time to strike him and take this settlement out. Alright, I hope that's going to help you want to play some Beastmen.